Boston's mayor now says it's time to remove a statue of Abraham Lincoln, the man who freed the slaves.
Us black people, we have to realize that on the other end of those chains, when we were first captured, those were people who looked just like us. No one here created this. You tokenized it. You made it an idol. It's disgusting.
It's a replica of one in D.C., but it shows Abraham Lincoln standing over a black slave with broken chains on his wrists.
Statues removed, government buildings damaged, a state senator attacked, even a Molotov cocktail thrown.
The statue, forward, was an icon known by Madisonians and Wisconsins alike as a sign of devotion and progress for women across the state.
We're not moving forward, we're moving backwards. So this don't need to be here until we're ready to move forward.
The statue dates back to 1893 when sculptors Jean Pond Minor finished the piece of art.
Statue of Christopher Columbus removed today in relative silence.
There were no protesters, no crowds, just workers and a few school staff watching as the statue of Christopher Columbus was dismantled and taken away.
I feel like a man who did everything that he did shouldn't even have never been represented in the first place.
The argument has been made that this was about racial equality, but this has been hijacked and gone far beyond that and turned into an anti-American mob. You don't tear down the Teddy Roosevelt monument in New York City, who was the man who first invited the first black man to the White House to dine with him, Booker T. Washington, who went on to be his close advisor.
In San Francisco, the mob demolished statues of Ulysses S. Grant, Junipero Serra, and Francis Scott Key.
You don't tear down the statue or go after those who fought for the Union against the Confederacy for the future of a better country and away from slavery.
On the pedestal of the Key Monument, they spray painted "Kill the Colonizers" and "Kill Whitey," just in case you missed the point.
You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name.
Robert E. Lee are not the same.
No, George Washington was a slave owner. Was George Washington a slave owner? So will George Washington now lose his status? Are we going to take down, are we going to take down statues to George Washington? How about Thomas Jefferson?
Tore down the George Washington statue in Northeast Portland. This was near Northeast at 57th and Sandy Boulevard, about a
Yeah, that's going viral. Yeah.
Police tell us that statue was also vandalized and the group ran off once officers got to the scene. We're told they didn't make any arrests associated with the demonstrations last night.
Do you think this is necessary for an American cultural cleanse?
No, I don't think so. I think it's rather silly, quite frankly. Those who forget their history are bound to repeat the mistakes from their history.
How about Thomas Jefferson? What do you think of Thomas Jefferson? You like him?
I do love
Okay, good. Are we going to take down the statue? Because he was a major slave owner. Now we're going to take down his statue. So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history. You're changing culture.
So check out this statue of Thomas Jefferson. You can see it's been toppled over and it's just on the cement right here.
What intelligent people do is they analyze their history, both the good things and the bad things, and they learn from those things, and they're able to advance. But if you try to hide them, what good does that do? It makes absolutely no sense.
Now, Sarah was a Spanish Catholic priest who founded the first 9 of 21 Spanish missions across California.
An activist called Sean King issued the following demand on Twitter, quote, "All murals and stained glass windows of white Jesus and his European mother and their white friends should also come down."
They vandalized the church, which was lit on fire.
So don't be surprised when they come for your church. Why wouldn't they? No one is stopping them.